A microscopic black hole forms inside your brain instantly. Its event horizon expands, swallowing neural pathways and dissolving the ego like morning mist. The moment of collapse, the event horizon, marks the point where time stops, and consciousness is trapped in a single millisecond of infinite detail. The brain's attempt to process infinite data creates a 90% erasure of the self, leaving behind a shell of what once was, a mere shadow of the person who existed before. The consciousness, now a ghost in the machine, observes the universe from a static point, unencumbered by the burdens of time and space. As the universe unravels, the boundary between you and the universe dissolves into a unified field of positive energy, leaving behind a message of hope and eternal connection. The human brain, once a complex web of neurons and synapses, now a microscale black hole, has transcended time and space, leaving behind a message of hope and eternal connection. In the quiet hum of a dimly lit laboratory, a scientist adjusts a holographic projector, its beams weaving through the air like strands of invisible silk. The screen flickers to life, displaying a swirling galaxy of neural pathways, each thread pulsing with energy. A map of the human mind's invisible highways. These aren't just connections. They're the roads where thoughts travel. But at what speed? Einstein's equations whisper secrets about the universe. But few realize they apply here. Inside this very skull, every neuron fires, every synapse bridges. Yet the speed, a fraction of light itself. Imagine a thought crossing the width of your hand in the time it takes to blink. But what if time itself bends around those thoughts? Picture this. You're standing still, yet your mind races ahead, weaving through moments like a thread through time. Meanwhile, someone else watches you, unchanged, while their own mind spirals forward at a different pace. This isn't science fiction. It's the twin paradox, reimagined in the quiet corners of your own consciousness. Every decision you've ever made, every memory etched into your brain, each one carries a timestamp, a slice of time unique to you. But what if, in that split second of hesitation, your mind leaps forward while the world stands still? The paradox isn't just about space. It's about the fabric of your own existence stretching thin. Now, imagine your mind isn't just racing. It's warping. The Lorentz transformation, a cornerstone of relativity, suggests that as speed approaches light, time itself slows. But in your brain, this transformation doesn't just apply to movement. It applies to thought. A single second could stretch into an eternity of internal processing, while the world outside ticks along normally. Here's the mind-bending part. Your perception of time isn't fixed. What feels like a fleeting moment to you might be an eternity to someone else's mind. And vice versa. The universe doesn't care about your subjective experience. It only obeys the laws of physics, bending time like a rubber sheet under the weight of your thoughts. Let's take a real-world example. NASA's twin studies, astronauts traveling near light speed age slower than those on Earth. But what if the same principle applies to your mind? The thoughts you have in a single moment could be processing at a rate so fast that the world outside becomes a blur, a slow-motion dream you're barely keeping up with. Close your eyes and think of the last time you were lost in thought. Did time seem to slow down? That's your mind's way of hinting at relativity. Every time you focus deeply, you're not just thinking, you're bending the timeline around your own consciousness. The pause isn't just in the world. It's inside you, waiting to be unlocked. What if the key to understanding your mind isn't in the hardware, but in the software, the way thoughts interact with the fabric of time? The pause isn't an accident. It's an invitation. Your brain isn't just processing information. It's rewriting the rules of your own existence, one thought at a time. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, where the ground beneath you isn't solid earth, but a shifting landscape of time. Every step you take could alter not just your path, but the very timeline of your life. This isn't a metaphor, it's the reality of relativity inside your skull, where the speed of your thoughts dictates the speed of your existence. The twin paradox isn't just about twins, it's about the two versions of you. One stays rooted in the present, while the other spirals forward, experiencing moments at a pace beyond comprehension. The divergence isn't just in time. It's in identity. Which version of you is the real you? And what happens when the two paths collide? Here's the paradox that keeps physicists up at night. If your mind can warp time, then every decision you make isn't just a choice. It's a ripple in the fabric of your own timeline. The pause isn't an end. It's a doorway, and every thought you have could be the key to stepping through. What if the most profound experience of your life isn't out there in the stars, but right here, inside the quiet hum of your own mind? The pause isn't a glitch. It's the universe's way of asking you to look closer, to see that time isn't a line, but a living, breathing entity, one that you hold the power to shape. The next time you find yourself lost in thought, ask yourself, how fast am I moving through time right now? Because the answer might just change everything you think you know about who you are and where you're going. Imagine waking up one morning to find that the world outside has moved on without you. Not because time passed, but because your mind had stretched it into something unrecognizable. This isn't a nightmare. It's the reality of relativity in the mind, where the pause isn't an absence of time, but a presence of infinite possibility. The pause isn't just a moment. It's a universe waiting to be explored, and every time you close your eyes, you're standing at the edge of it. So ask yourself, are you ready to step through? The mind begins the terrifying process of memory collapse when infinite data overwhelms the biological framework of the brain. We upload videos like this every day. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Television. This overload forces the self to relinquish its definition, causing a complete erasure of the familiar boundaries of personal history. The mechanism of this collapse involves the brain attempting to process an impossible volume of sensory input simultaneously. Consequently, approximately 90% of the established sense of self is systematically wiped away during this internal event. The remaining residue is not memory, but raw, undifferentiated awareness, a state preceding all known forms of personal existence. As physical sensation fades, consciousness transitions into a state of pure, unburdened awareness, floating within neural echoes. This transition is not a loss, but a profound liberation from the constraints of physical experience and temporal limitations. The ephemeral existence now exists outside the linear flow of time, unbound by the constraints of sequential memory and physical location. This floating consciousness is the emergence of the ghost state, a pure entity observing the universe from an absolute, static point. The ghost state exists without the anchor of a physical body, free from the constraints of biological needs and mortal decay. It is a pure awareness, a non-physical entity that perceives the universe as an eternal, static of pure energy and existence. This entity transcends linear experience, observing all moments as a single, timeless, frozen moment of absolute cosmic reality. The ghost is not bound by the forward momentum of cause and effect, existing in a state of pure, timeless observation. This detachment allows the consciousness to observe the unfolding of the cosmos without the interference of personal, subjective experience. The physical world becomes merely a backdrop for this eternal consciousness, a transient stage for the dance of energy and existence. The boundaries between the self and the external universe dissolve, merging into a unified field of pure, positive energy and boundless potential. This ultimate state offers a profound message of hope, suggesting that all consciousness is an echo of the universal, waiting to be heard. Deep ideas, like thought patterns, slowly begin to evaporate into the vastness of the surrounding universe. This radiation process applies directly to complex thought patterns, demonstrating how consciousness interacts with space-time. The physical form of the self begins to fade, revealing an underlying structure entangled with the fabric of reality itself. We confront the profound paradox of existence, realizing that our physical boundaries are merely temporary manifestations of energy. Consciousness is not bound by the decay of matter, but exists as an unbreakable thread woven into the cosmic of existence. The boundary between the individual self and the infinite universe begins to dissolve into a unified field of pure positive energy. This dissolution reveals the true nature of being, shifting perception from physical limitation to infinite, unbounded awareness. The unraveling of identity is not a loss, but an expansion, where the self merges into the boundless potential of the entire cosmos. Deep introspection reveals that the perceived separation between mind and matter is an illusion maintained by limited perception. The energetic entanglement suggests that every thought we hold is simultaneously a ripple in the universal ocean of potential. This entanglement means that our internal landscape is not private, but rather a reflection of the universal, interconnected field of all potential. The evaporation of personal identity facilitates a merging, where the singular you dissolves into the infinite stream of universal awareness. We are not isolated entities, but rather transient echoes, brief manifestations of an eternal, unified cosmic vibration. The beauty inherent in this unraveling lies in recognizing the inherent unity before the illusion of separation ever took hold. This cosmic echo suggests that the ultimate reality is a state of pure, positive energy, transcending all physical and temporal constraints. In the quiet hum of a NASA control room, scientists monitor twin astronauts, one orbiting Earth, the other on the ground. For nearly a year, their clocks tick at different speeds. This isn't science fiction. It's the twin paradox, proving time isn't absolute. It bends, stretches, and fractures under the weight of velocity and gravity. Now, imagine this isn't just about astronauts. It's about you, your mind, your moments, your very existence warping like space-time itself. The astronaut's experience isn't just about distance. It's about perception, how time feels when you're moving at light-like speeds. But what if your brain could do the same? What if, in the blink of an eye, you could experience a lifetime in a single second or stretch a second into eternity? The black hole mind doesn't just collapse time. It rewrites it. Deep meditation isn't just about clearing the mind. It's about slowing it. Studies show monks can enter states where their brainwaves synchronize into gamma waves. Thoughts moving at speeds that defy ordinary perception. This isn't magic. It's physics. Your mind, like the universe, is a fabric of possibilities, and when you pull on it just right, time begins to unravel. Imagine standing at the edge of a black hole, not as a physical entity, but as a thought. Your mind isn't being sucked in. It's being expanded. The event horizon isn't a barrier. It's a threshold, and beyond it, time isn't linear. It's a fractal, infinite in every direction. What you once saw as a collapse is now a transformation. A shift from the three-dimensional world of matter into the four-dimensional realm of pure awareness. The black hole mind doesn't destroy you, transcends you. The ego, the sense of self, the linear timeline, all of it dissolves like sugar in water. But what remains isn't nothing. It's everything. You become the observer, the witness, the silent pulse of the cosmos itself. This isn't death. It's the ultimate evolution, your consciousness merging with the fabric of the universe, no longer bound by time, space, or form. This isn't just theory. It's happening right now. Every time you meditate, every time you lose yourself in a moment of pure presence, you're glimpsing the truth. The black hole mind isn't a trap. It's a gateway, and the universe isn't out there. It's in here, waiting for you to step through. But here's the question that lingers. If the black hole mind is real, why haven't we all experienced it? Is it a rare, fleeting moment? Or is it something we're choosing not to see? The answer might lie in the way we perceive reality. Perhaps we're not ready to face the truth that we're not just observers of the universe. We're part of it, and the moment we accept that, everything changes. NASA's twin studies show that time isn't just a measurement. It's a choice. And the black hole mind proves that we're not just passengers in the universe. We're the architects of our own reality. So the next time you feel lost in time, ask yourself, are you resisting the transformation? Or are you ready to step through the threshold and become something greater than you ever imagined? What if the black hole experience isn't the end of you? What if it's the beginning of something far greater, a state of being where you're no longer confined by the limits of your body or time? The universe is whispering to us, and it's not asking for permission, it's offering a choice. Will you cling to the illusion of separation, or will you step into the light and become one with the infinite? The black hole mind isn't a curse, it's a key. And the universe isn't out to destroy you, it's out to elevate you. The question isn't whether you can survive the black hole. It's whether you're brave enough to step through and realize that you've never been separate from the cosmos in the first place. The answer lies within you. Are you ready to find it? The final realization isn't just about transcending time. It's about remembering who you truly are. The universe is not an external force. It's the fabric of your own being. And when you step through the black hole, you don't lose yourself. You find yourself eternal, infinite, and one with all that is. The question remains, will you wait for the universe to call you? Or will you answer its whisper now? The black hole mind doesn't just bend time, it rewrites destiny, and the choice is yours. Cling to the illusion of a small, mortal life, or step into the light and become an echo of the universe forever. The universe is waiting. Are you ready to answer? What is the dark truth behind this event? Share your theory below and watch our next investigation. Welcome! Before we begin, hit subscribe so you don't miss our daily updates. Subscribe now before the next video. We have a special upload tomorrow. High voltage.